Greetings friends and fans of YouTube, it is nice to see you all again and welcome to another one of my videos. So I just want to touch base with you all really because I appreciate I haven't actually been on YouTube for quite some time now. I've been watching and commenting as people have been watching the videos that I have already done, and I noticed that my review videos are doing quite well. So if you are one of those people, thank you very much. If you're a recent subscriber, go back through my music and let me know what you think of the original content that I have put up. I would like to do more gear reviews in future, and I will do when I can. So I took a bit of a break out from YouTube, from life, from writing for a couple of reasons, but it was more primarily just so I could sort myself out a bit. I wasn't in the best of mental states, and it affected quite a few aspects of my life. I'm no longer a member of Tooth and Claw. The decision was made that I should step back due to what was going off in my life. And the boys have moved on, and I am happy for that. So what is it meaning for me? Well, as you've probably heard, I am back writing again for some unbeknown reason. I'm so invigorated, I'm inspired, and I'm motivated to play, to write music, to do just about anything. I've taken on a very different approach to life, and it's paid in dividends. So as I was originally intending to last year, I'm going to work on my original material. Now, it is still going to be 2 EPs, it is still going to be Zodiac and Adapt and Survive, but I am obviously writing new tracks to put on them, as well as revisiting old material. And I'm hoping to release the debut singles off of both of those EPs sometime in the middle of this year, with the end game being that I hopefully have at least one of the EPs recorded by the end of the year. Now, there are going to be a couple of avenues that I'm going to explore with this one. So, as people will know, I'm from or near to Sheffield. Sheffield has a very, very good local metal scene with a lot of talent. And I want to sort of utilise my EPs as a means to be able to show off that talent, if you like. So I am in talks with people from the local music scene to do things such as provide guest guitar solos, provide drums, and provide lyrics as well. I admit I'm not much of a lyricist anymore, and there are far, far better singers out in the scene than myself. So with that in mind, Adapt and Survive, my main metal EP, if you like, is going to feature a lot of the local talent, and I am super excited about it. I know which tracks roughly I want to put on there, including 1 or 2 new ones that I am working on. And Zodiac, I think, is going to be the EP with more of my tap tracks on it. It's going to be the softer EP of the two. And again, I know roughly what tracks I'm putting on there and what sort of vibe I'm going for with that. And I know particularly which one track a lot of people will want to see sort of debut as the single for it, if you like. So that's going to be one that I'm going to really enjoy working on. Now, a few people have asked me about potentially doing lesson videos for particular tracks that I have wrote. One of the most requested ones being Transcendence, which is one of my tap tracks. Now, I would, however, it's hard to try and one, tab out the material that I work on, and two, sort of explain how I actually play it. But if a lesson video is something that people want to see me do as another avenue, then I am happy to explore the idea, and I will look for a means to be able to do that. What it might mean is that I get another camera that I can sit on the headstock so you can see all the fretboard and sort of see all of the inner workings of the playing that I'm doing, if you like. But a lot of the things that come down on tracks like Transcendence and Lifted is to do with the settings I have in the amp. I'm quite a big Devin Townsend fan, and recently I've really found I really like the delay and reverb sound, and I've found that it implements quite well into my tap tracks. So if you want a good founding basis, I suppose, to write clean tap material, look at artists like Steve Vai and Satriani and the way they do tap tracks. Like, one of my favourite tap tracks ever written is Midnight by Joe Satriani. It's a masterclass. And then consider how you want the tone to sound. I like a lot of delay with a little bit of verb, so you get a sort of spacey kind of vibe. And some people might not. So if you're wanting to sort of create an individual tap track, find a way to make it stand out, if you like. But I don't want to digress too much into that, as obviously that could be saved for a lesson video. I have to say, guys, it is nice to be back. It is nice to feel inspired and motivated to write. It's nice to wake up on a morning with a smile on my face and be happy and content with everything around me. Now, a lot of you will have noticed that I am actually currently borrowing my good friend Andrew Wordsworth's Epiphone Explorer. It's a 1958 Carina Explorer, and it's rigged with EMGs. Now, I've done a review video on EMGs before. It's actually one of the most successful videos on my channel, 8,500 views in 2 years, and still continues to amass quite a lot of traffic even now. So if you're one of the people that discovered me through that video, welcome. And please like and share it. The more that I get this channel to grow, the more things I'm going to be able to do. But I will eventually do a review of the guitar itself before I give it back, because it is an absolute beautiful machine to play. I know my absence from YouTube has meant that I haven't posted for quite a while, but I have had my reasons. And I'm going to try and upload a bit more frequently than I have been, even if it's just little snippet videos of things I'm writing, just to tease you about the sort of material I'm coming out with. I am aiming, of course, to potentially get myself in a band project again sometime this year and try and create a nice finite balance between the solo stuff of my own and a potential band project as well. But you know what I mean, I'm not going to digress into that too much either. What will be in that particular instance. The last thing I sort of want to explore is how I'm going to crowdfund these EPs, I suppose. I've never been one for using anything such as a crowdfunding platform, and I don't know how much interest my material has to be able to garner the idea of doing it. I've thought about setting up a Patreon or a Kickstarter project just to try and fund the studio time that I would need, and possibly some of the gear that I would need to potentially put those EPs out. And I don't think I have enough interest to be able to warrant it. Now, if I could garner enough interest and I knew that I would get the support to go into the studio and record using a crowdfunding platform, then I may change my mind about that. But the only way that I can garner interest is if you guys share my original material. I can't do this channel alone. I can't be a musician alone. And I want to try and start to get out there in the world. The singles I'm wanting to put out, they'll be available on streaming platforms, they'll be available on YouTube. And I don't think I'm going to make them relatively expensive either. But it is sort of time now, I guess, in my respect, to approach looking at music as a professional outlet. However, as I say, I can't do it alone, and to the 120 odd people that are subscribed to my channel, I can only apologise that I haven't been uploading as frequently. I do miss loading to YouTube. It's just hard sometimes to find inspiration to do it. But again, I've sort of took a very different approach in how I look at things, and I am waking up invigorated and inspired. I mean, I didn't play guitar for months, and now I'm writing more riffs to challenge myself and to challenge my own musical capacity. So I guess this video, guys, is sort of me. I wouldn't say venting as much, but I hope that it gives my YouTube community a bit of an understanding as to where my headspace has sort of been at for the last couple of months. And it's nice to be back. If you are interested in lesson videos or want to see the potential interest, I would appreciate it if you guys would like, share, subscribe to my channel. If you're wanting more original material, that's on its way. And once I have stuff wrote, I will do as I've always done and upload the demo to YouTube. My YouTube channel wouldn't be what it is without some of the original material I've put on there. And I guess ultimately, guys, I just want to say thank you. It's not been easy. And YouTube has been one of the outlets that I've had for many, many years and has got me through quite a lot. So if you're one of the people that does regularly revisit my channel or supports me by obviously subscribing, by sharing this channel around, then from the bottom of my soul, thank you. And I hope that it can continue to grow. So the next video hopefully will be a review of this Epiphone, and then I'll keep you guys updated on everything as much as I can. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you soon.